Just serious.
Hello, hi. My name is Bobby V. Rob Vasquez here with Cap Combat Sports with none other than Reggie Barnett Jr. Uh,
Kid hands,
what's
number
good?
one in the world.
No
Number
one,
one in
number
the
one in the
world.
world? That's right,
Fighter
man.
of the 2020 Fighter of the Year.
That's right.
I can't not deny my greatness.
Nah, you can't, man. You can't. I've seen you, and then you do things to improve. You get like better and smarter the next time. That's something that certain things that you employ is something that it's got to be here. You just can't teach people to do certain things. You know when
I,
you know.
uh, even that one loss wasn't a loss. It was just a learning opportunity. One thing about me is I always, even just in life in general, in my struggles and things that I've been through, I tend to learn from my mistakes and not just learn from them, but
Hmm.
also find ways to better myself and enhance whatever ability that I have that transcribes to that particular part of my life.
Yeah.
So, and when it comes to fighting, even if I don't come on out on the upside of a fight, I still learn from it, and I'm able to go back in and develop new skills. And I don't just you know fix what's wrong, the problem or whatever. We go back in and we develop new tools and new techniques and new skills on top of whatever may have been led to the downfall or the setback or whatever you want to call it. But
Yeah.
I'm always growing. I'm always developing, especially in bare knuckle. That's what I
Yeah.
love about this sport is that I'm still in the innovative stage.
Yeah.
It has not stopped yet.
Exactly. Because it's brand new. It's something that just started. And I remember when you were there at the first one, when I remember with Charles Bennett
Mhm.
and that, and your wife has said something about you really good. And I was like, I'm watching. And I said, wow, this kid got skills. He's smart. He knows how to. I said some of that stuff is stuff that is just instinct, and some of it is, putting it together what was in the gym. Because sometimes it doesn't match. Sometimes it just won't come. But some people, you know, they shine brighter than the lights that are on them, and you one of them people. I have a question for you,
Thank
right?
you, Robert. I appreciate that.
Oh man, Reggie, you already know, man. First of all, I want to ask you because you have a, you're gonna see, you have a nice fan base out here in New York. You hear me? And you're gonna have a whole bunch of people. And my beautiful wife is over there, my better half, you know what I'm saying? The better looking one of the project, you
That's
know.
my wife too. She's the better looking one of us. I wear the scars.
You better know. Yeah, we wear the scars for sure. You know what I'm saying? And but man, beautiful family too. Okay, I'm gonna ask you something.
Mhm.
Uh where are you from? I know, but for the viewers, where are you from originally?
I was born and pretty much raised in Virginia. I
Okay.
lived and grew up in Virginia Beach. Lived in Chesapeake for a while. I lived in a few other places as a kid. My dad was in the military, but Virginia, the 757, that's what I where I call home. Um,
Good.
so
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna ask you another question. It might. What makes you tick? Like in life, what makes you understand my question? I'm pretty sure.
um, it's crazy because I was reading. Um, I don't even know how to. It's not like a daily devotional. It's more like a
Mm,
what is the word for it? It's just like a motivational book, and it's just
good.
got like things and questions you should ask yourself. And one of the questions a couple of days ago is um, who you are as a person and what you're working towards. And my answer to that was, even though I'm in my 30s now, I feel like now I'm starting to discover that. Like in my 20s, I lived a really reckless and wild life, and I was not very
Welcome to the
responsible.
club.
I didn't understand, what being a man was. And now
Yeah.
in my mid 30s, I'm finding my purpose, and it's not just to fight to beat people up. I love fighting. That's me. That'll always be me out. That's ingrained in me.
That's
But
who you are. That's
what
part of you.
makes me tick is to take my struggle. I call it a gift and a curse, right? Unfortunately, I had that rough phase of my life. I was, out there in the streets. I suffered from alcoholism, all that stuff. And I found my way back. That was my curse. My gift is that I am, like you said, one, I'm cerebral in this game.
Yeah, you are.
It's not just about going out there and just throwing punches. This is especially with they call with a I came up with a phrase for it, and I'll have to go back and find it. I wrote it down. What they call that boxing. What do they call boxing? I don't even remember,
The
Robert.
sweet signs.
Yeah, the sweet science. Yeah, I
Right.
created another term for bare knuckle, and I
What is
can't
it?
remember what it was. I can't remember. I wrote it down in one of my notebooks, and I don't have that with me right
Yeah.
now.
S-
Florida.
Slip.
But
It's called slip that right.
bro,
For real.
but what makes me tick is being able to take both of those and use those to help
That's you.
project positivity back into the community and to help others know that you can do the same thing.
Thank you. Because
That's my tick right there.
there
And
you go.
and for I don't know whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. My platform happens to be fighting other men, but at the same time, other than one particular person right now that I
Hmm.
do not like on a personal level,
Hmm.
every man that I have always fought is from an honorable standpoint.
I got you.
Like we're gonna come in here and fight as men,
It,
and at the
where's
end of it, I'm gonna love and embrace you because I respect you as a man.
hmm
And whether I won, lost, or whatever, I want to see you take that life experience of us fighting and use it for something positive.
Yeah, because let's face it. I mean, we don't all stay that same age or be able to fight, especially all
Oh
your
no, no,
life.
no, no, no.
And then life goes on after that. So the fact that you have a noble way of going in there, as opposed to because it's not personal. Because it's not like this person violated, this something crazy. That's something different. But these are warriors like yourself, chasing the same dream, the same goal. So of course you got to have
I
that
respect
respect.
that.
Of
I, I,
course.
I certainly entirely doesn't like I said. Dat Gwen is the only person that I do not respect in my sport. The world knows that I don't respect
Who's
him,
that?
and
Who's
when I
that?
get my hands on him,
Say it
Dat
again.
Gwen, Dat Gwen, he's fighting Johnny tonight.
Yeah.
So and I'm
Yeah.
I'm super stoked, honestly, to see. I don't really care who wins or loses. Both of them talk about running off the 145. I personally, I feel like if y'all are gonna go, then go. Get out my way and let
Hmm.
me,
Do
be
what I do.
working towards. Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, but
Of
we'll
course.
see what happens tonight. I'm just gonna keep moving forward, keep getting better, and even when I'm not fighting, I'm still learning. I'm still progressing in the sport. We in the gym all the time. And like I
I
said,
see.
it's in the innovative stage.
I see.
So we in the
Yeah.
gym cooking up stuff all the time.
Of course. That's how you get that done. It's different recipes. You put a little bit of this. You say, oh yeah, this works better now. This works. This tastes better now. So I think that you answered that one, and I'm glad I found out that bit of piece of information, because that's gonna make for an interesting fight, man. They got to put that one together. They got to
That's a
put
main event. That's a main
Reggie
event
Barnett.
money world
Hell
title
yeah,
fight.
of
Period.
course.
And even if it's not for a world title, I will gladly beat Dat's ass just to do it. So
For sure, I got you.
like the
No.
whole the whole interim title thing in December where Dat
Mhm,
didn't show up and whatnot
mhm.
was for him. I didn't want no belt. I didn't care about yes, I want to be the world champion. I want to make sure that I solidify myself in history, and I will. That time will come. I'm a patient man. You know, I'm made for this, and I'm cool with being patient and waiting for my time to come and keep because all it's doing is giving me an opportunity to continue to get better
Of
and
course.
continue to understand my craft. And I'm going to say another 5 years in this sport, and I'm done. And I'm cool with that. I respect that. I will have accomplished everything that I need to do.
That
And
chapter.
yeah,
That
that
yeah.
chapter of my life,
Right.
and I'll move
Awesome.
forward and be able to take what I've learned, what have I experienced, and give it to the fighters that come in this game behind me. Because
Exactly.
that for me is the most important thing. It's not just about being the champion or building my leg. It's making sure that the legacy of this sport in general
I got you.
continues on past my point of fighting.
Yeah,
You
because
know that that my legacy in the 135-pound weight class transfers into the other guys, and all we see is continued growth. That every time we see that belt transfer hands, that it up the ante is up. You see better fighters, you see more skill, and so it just continues to grow.
Exactly. And I have another. Well, had another question.
Good.
What have you had to overcome? But you kind of answered some of that.
Yeah.
With you know.
Hanging out in the streets, hanging out with the wrong crowd, being around gang members, um,
Yeah,
drinking, partying.
all that
I
stuff.
want to say from the time I was 15 to about 25, 26, about a whole decade, I was an alcoholic. I didn't understand it when I was a teenager. In my
Hmm.
early 20s, I did. And I kind of lived life like I was just doomed to die an alcoholic. Like I really thought I wasn't going to live, very long and accomplish or be anything. And then I finally got so low in that pit, so low in that pit that
And look
the
at you now.
only other the only other place to go was up.
That's
And
right.
because I did not want to be there anymore. Like I was
Mm-mm.
so low, like Robert, I can't even, like, I get emotional when I talk about it. I
Yeah,
really did not
but
want
that's
to be
good.
on this earth
That's
anymore.
good.
And and I thank God, one, for sparing me, and then
Mm,
two, I'm so grateful for my family, my friends who were there for me and understood the struggle that I was going through and were patient enough with me to
yeah,
get to that point. Because one thing about it is, whether no
it's
matter
not
what
easy.
you're doing in life, whether it's alcoholism, addiction, obesity, um,
Everything.
I mean, we could just name a whole bunch of stuff, right?
Mhm.
You can't make somebody change. We can want that for somebody. We want to see them get better.
Yes.
We want to see them come out on the other side. But
Hmm.
going through it myself, I know that you can't make somebody change. They have to want it for themselves,
Right.
right? And I got to that rock bottom where I wanted it for myself. And so when I got there, the people who wanted me to change, who were supporting me and being there, were like, "All right, are you there?" And I'm like, "Yes, please help me out this pit." And they said, "Well, you dug it, so some of it you got to climb up this far by your damn self. And when you can make it up this far, we'll reach down and give you that hand to help you get out."
That's
And
what's up.
that's kind of what happened in my life. And like I said, I'm grateful for that. And every life experience has prepared me for things that happened. I was just talking with one of my friends I grew up with. I was in middle
Hmm.
school and
Hmm.
middle school and high school with. We were messaging this morning. He was asking me about the show this evening, the Knucklemania event, and all that. And I was like, "Man," he's like, "Man, we had some wild times when we were kids." He's like, "I'm glad we survived it." I was like, "Yeah, but everything that we went through in life was to prepare us for what was to come." Not all of it is great, not everything is glitter and glam, but you have to,
Yeah.
if you look at it from that perspective, moving forward makes it so much easier when you finally do get to that point where you're like, "Man, I can't do this anymore. I can't live like this anymore, or
Yeah.
I need something different." But you have to decide for yourself that you want that, and then take the step and make the sacrifices. And sometimes they're hard. I gave up my life. I gave up extra time of my life because I knew I was at a point where I, I, I was wasting away. I was wasting my talent, and I was wasting my gift to the rest of this world. I got a voice, and I was wasting it. Right?
And but
So
but you're
when I
not doing
went
that
and
now
no,
because
when
the
I
people
went
are
in
gonna
front of
see
the
this. Oh wow, man. Yeah, I didn't know you were. Yo, this is like the littest interview. The most. This is like some real raw. That's why I tell
I
people,
told you,
man.
man,
Oof,
I
love it.
only have the capacity to be honest now, and be real about this shit. And
For sure. For sure.
I went in front of the judge, and they were like, "Well, we're going to give you all your time back." And I think I had like 2 years and 9 months left on my sentence. And I said, "Well, there is this mandatory program for some prisoners uh, close to where I stayed at, and they were going to send me to a high level camp, which was cool. I granted I deserved to go for what I did." And I asked the judge, I said, "Well, is there any way that I can?" I was like, "I really want to get my life together, Your Honor." I said, "Is there any way that I can go to this correctional program?" She was like, "What?" She said, "You don't have enough." He said, "You don't have enough time." And I said, "Well, is there any way that you can give me enough time?" And the entire courtroom scoffed. And they were like, "What? Did this man just ask the judge to give him more time of incarceration?" And my mom is like, "What the hell is going on?" My dad, the lawyer, everybody's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Yeah.
But I tell that story because I was at
Mm,
that point in my life where I knew that I had to make the ultimate sacrifice, right? Because that's what it takes to start the process of change and recovery from any point, no matter what it is. There's an
wow.
ultimate sacrifice that has to be made, a hard choice, the choice that you don't want to do,
You
that
gifted,
that
man.
whatever you're going through, that you don't want to do,
Yeah.
right? That people won't make, and that's why they won't see the change in their lives. That's why some people die in their sickness. Me, I knew what my hard choice was. I
Uh-huh.
knew what the sacrifice that had to be made. It was
Wow.
truly giving up my time and myself and an opportunity to heal and get better physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, in every way, shape, or form that I needed. And the only thing that I was going to do that is time. And I know that sounds crazy, but after a decade of wreckage in my life, and not just wrecking my life, but destroying other people's lives within the cusp of it,
Absolutely.
um, I needed that time to heal, for me. And like I said, for other people, it's about making that hard sacrifice. It's different for everybody. And in the person, they know what that sacrifice is. It's just a matter of, are you really that low now that you're willing to make that ultimate sacrifice to start climbing out of that pit? Me, I got there. And there are so many great people out there in the world who are in that pit, great people full of talent and gifts and just wisdom and life that are down in that pit,
Mm.
right? Who just won't make that sacrifice. And so I want to be one of those voices to let them know that it's okay to make that sacrifice. It's gonna hurt. Yeah. Prison was not fun. It wasn't shit. It wasn't shit and giggle. But at the same time, I made it through, and I knew I was gonna make it through because I had a goal and a plan in mind. So when you make that sacrifice, set that goal, that plan to get to where you want to be, and and stick to it. And when it gets hard, stick to that. Whoa, especially, yeah, stick to it. That's how you get better. That's how you change anything in life. Anything. And sometimes it's the simplest thing.
Simple. And I have a brother of mine who I had spoke with about something similar, and I remember telling him, it's just, I says, come too far to give up.
Yeah.
There's no such thing. I said, I can fall back for a minute, find a new way to do this. Even because even sometimes, like, I'm not tech savvy, so I'm like, and it gets frustrating, but I find a way. You know what I mean? I try to, you have to be composed and whatnot, and you got to use your the brain, the God-given brain. I think that when people hear this, first of all, I'm not even editing this. I'm not gonna edit this. I can't
Look,
edit
man, I'm just
this.
letting you know, we at the hotel, we posted up. We're gonna go hit up the, I don't even know where we're going before
I
we
got
catch the show. Before we catch the show later. So, well, go ahead. Go ahead.
okay. I have another question. When is your next fight?
I spoke with the boss man. He said March. We got some things in the work. I might be, moving to a whole nother weight class. We're gonna keep that a little speculatory. I can make the 125-pound weight, and I personally am not about sitting around waiting. I put in my work. I've served my time in the 135-pound weight class. I'm
Ah,
not truly a 135-pound fighter. I'm the USBU super featherweight champion at
130,
128 pounds. So
128.
128, 130. So
Yeah.
me fighting at 135 is always fighting somebody bigger than me. But I've always stepped up to the challenge, win, lose, or draw. I've never complained, So, but at the same time, I'm not going to continue to just sit around and wait and twiddle
Mm-mm.
my thumbs and
Of course not.
accrue ring rust, not be active, So March, we fighting, and then we'll see what happens tonight, between the champ and the challenger. And
Hmm.
I'll give them some time to rest. I respect the sport. I understand that this is a tough sport on the body as far as training and the fight. So let the man, whoever wins, rest, get his time to recuperate,
That's right.
and
That's right.
let's get to it. But if you want to bullshit, then I'm gonna start making some more noise, and the world will do what it's supposed to do and rally behind me because I
Oh
am
yeah.
the people's champ. They They know that title shot should have been mine the second that Dak pulled out of that fight with me. You know? And
Yeah.
so it should be me in that squared circle getting my redemption tonight against John. But it's okay. Like I always say, I'm a company man. I love this industry. I love the sport of bare knuckle, and I will continue to support it until well past my retirement. Like I
That's
said,
cool.
I'm thinking long term. I came in this game to be a legend. I will leave this game a legend, and as a legend, I will continue to project it
That's
further and
right.
further as far as it can go.
Okay. I have another question for you.
Hmm.
Did you have heroes growing up?
Yeah,
And who?
I honestly, I had two heroes in my life.
Uh-huh. Okay. And they are?
So I don't know who. I don't know if I should name them in like what order because I don't. One of them's no longer living.
Oh, okay.
I'll name the living one first. My father was
Ah,
definitely
that's
my
what's up.
first hero. Um, I watched him work his. First of all, a lot of people don't know that my dad was an all Navy boxer, an elite level fighter. Went to the Olympic trials. I mean, my dad could fight, and I was conceived, and my dad honestly had a choice. And I don't know if he ever will appreciate me telling this story, but this is how I feel in my life that he had a choice at that
Yeah, the apple didn't fall far at all. Yeah.
right? He had a choice. He could continue his boxing career
Yes,
with no safety net, raising a family, right?
I get it.
Or he could stay in the military with with security and in a stability for a newborn child and
Yeah.
my older sister. And he made his choice, right? And
Hmm.
I respect my father so much for that because
That's what's
I
up.
know how good that man is.
You do
That
now.
man would have been a world champion
He sacrificed
20
that for
times
his
over.
kids.
Yep, he gave that up for us.
That's what's up.
And
And
I have a wife that supports me, has been doing this with me since we were 18 years old. I'm in my
amen.
30s now. Y'all do the
Mhm.
math on that. We've been doing this together up and down the coast, across the country, soon to be all over the world since we
I
were
see.
teenagers, right? And she's still allowing me to chase this dream while I have a newborn. You know, my baby's 8 months old. I got a 12-year-old
God
daughter.
bless.
I
God
am
bless.
now I am now in the same position that my father was in, just at a later stage in life, and I am still
Wow.
afforded the opportunity to chase my dreams. So my father is my hero because he
Yeah.
gave up his for me, and I'm still doing mine. So,
Amen.
and
Amen.
my other hero was, of course, Fennell Whitaker.
Yeah.
Um, One, I trained with him when I was a kid, but
Okay.
just being from Virginia and knowing what part of Virginia he came from out there in Norfolk. Because me personally, I don't like that part of
Yeah, we all have parts of.
Norfolk.
Hmm.
What? Yeah, but knowing that he made it out, the struggle that and how he became that one. He at one point he was the best fighter in the world, hands down. You know, and knowing that not super similar circumstances, but we come from the same place and that it is possible. You
Mm.
know, it's just how hard am I willing to work for it?
Okay.
So like I said, my first hero is my father because I know that he sacrificed his greatness for mine, and I fucked up for a while. Excuse my language, and
No, that's what's up.
pissed away my greatness. He opened that gym for us, for me to keep me out of trouble, and I still got in trouble. You know?
Yeah,
And
for
so
sure.
since then, my whole thing is to prepare myself for allow my dad to retire from running the gym and take over, continue his work, his legacy, what he sacrificed for me. And
That's
then
what's
for
up.
now, just this, just it shows anybody in this world, not just in retrospect to fighting, right? I always say this quote: our life is not dictated by the limitations and the circumstances around us, but only by the limitations in our own mind.
So when you that your father, that's one,
Yes.
and that's a beautiful thing, and dads love that. And the second one is Sweet Pea. Am I
Yes.
correct?
Yep.
Purnell, Sweet Pea Whitaker. For
Sorry, I've always called everybody calls him Sweet Pea, Pea, whatever. Like I said,
Purnell
I knew
Whitaker.
him on a
Purnell.
personal level.
Purnell
I
Whitaker.
always called him Purnell. Even when I
Slick.
went in the gym,
Smart.
I'd be like, what's up, champ? He said, you just call me Purnell. Everybody else called him Sweet Pea and
Purnell.
stuff like that, and I just call him Purnell. That was just how
Yeah.
and I would see him. I literally would see him at the mall down the street from my house, and he'd be like, "Hey, champ, did you win that world title yet?" And I'd be like, "Nah, not yet. I'm gonna get it though. I'm gonna get it, and I'm rooting for you. Let me know when you get it." I got
That's what's
pictures
up,
with
man.
Sweet Pea and all that.
Oh man, do you know that's bad? I love watching that dude fight, man. I mean, he was like, talk about make a miss. Like you see guys like what's going on here? I'm like, what's going
My
on? He's
style
making him do it. He's making him do it.
my
Yeah.
style is my dad's body work and Purnell's defense. It's blended into one, and then Reggie, because
Yeah,
I
you
like
can't
to
have it better
emulate
than that. You can't have it
I
better than
like to
that.
emulate other fighters in between my own styles. I don't know if anybody's ever caught on to that, but my style is not my style. It's a blend of 8 different fighters kind
And
of rolled into one.
yeah, and I think that each time I see you fight, each time I see you perform, I'm seeing different things.
Of course,
I see it.
you have to.
I'm like, this is. I said, he got it. He knows what he's doing. Because some people can't do that, or
No,
are not willing to do it. Some people they don't want to do it. This is what I do, and this is I'm going to do this. And but if you could take a page out of someone else's book to rise, to get it to a higher level, why not? Why not? They took a page
I
from somebody else's book,
yeah, I look at it as having like this little tool belt on when I'm fighting, right? And I got it, and it's swivel, right? And so I'm in the midst of fighting, and it's like, let me use this one, and I'll pull it out. And if it don't work, I'll just hit the swivel, and I'll pull out another one. And if that don't work, I'll hit the swivel and I'll pull out another one. And if that works, I'm gonna keep using it till it's not working, and I might spin back the other way and pull the
Yeah,
other one back out.
for
You know,
sure.
but the thing about it is, I'm always putting new tools on that belt. That swivel is always growing. It's not the same one. It doesn't just loop around and you get the same shit every time you spin
Yeah,
that
new and
swivel.
improved shit. You got some new and improved shit going on. You know what I'm saying? You got the updated model. But
Yeah.
dag man, that's the wow. This is a great interview. And I have one last question.
Yeah.
Did you know that you're a hero to many?
Yes and no. I
Explain that.
know, like, it's like you see the people you're around, and then the people that reach out to you
Hmm.
um from time to time, and then you get people like you. Or I was somewhere, I was telling my buddy, I was somewhere with my son, and I was trying to get him out of the car, and the lady comes running up, and she's like, it's Reggie, it's Educated Hands, it's the champ. And I'm like, trying to get my baby out the car like a little starter or whatever.
It's
And
dad
she
too.
comes,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, the dad part of me too was like, yo,
Yeah, you were
hold
like,
up,
oh,
like,
hi. Yeah,
and
yeah.
she came over and she's like, man, I love watching you fight. She's like, you're such an inspiration, man. Da, 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 da. And it's like, at the same time, I know that I've, even if I don't win that world title, which I know I'm going to, I've accomplished my goal. I'm inspiring the masses. And I'm helping people see the world a little differently with my life experiences. And bare knuckle has given me that platform. I would have never gotten there boxing. So never. I
Wow.
could box my ass off.
Yeah, I know.
I could fight.
I know.
But bare knuckle is my heart. It's what I love to do, and I'm so grateful for the platform so that I can, like you said, I don't realize it a lot. I'm one, like I said, capacity to be honest. I don't want to be like, oh, rah rah, I'm better than you, or to anybody.
No.
We're all put on this earth for a purpose. We serve our purpose, our time here, and we pass away. And between my time here, I've done some good things, I've done some bad things. I've had some great times. I've had some struggles. But at the end of it, all of that I want to accumulate to help somebody else's life be better.
Excellent. Excellent.
So,
Excellent. Wow. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate your time.
thank you for having me, man. Look,
Man,
I said this posted raw, uncut.
have I
I
have to
apologize for all the swear words. Let me get make
not
sure
don't
we shout out these
apologize.
sponsors.
Yeah, I was just about to mention that. 757 boxing.
What
Awesome.
happened?
That's okay. You have Ginger Hale's Lemonade,
Yep. We got ginger ales, lemonade.
Tribal Gear International,
Yep.
Cryo
My Easy
Spa,
Gloves, Cryo Spa in
M- m-
Virginia Beach.
Match Bout.
Yes, yes, yes. My brother over at Match Bout.
That's right.
His
Join his
brother's over at
driving
Match Bout.
improvement school.
Always looking out for the travel.
That's
That's
right.
how we pay for the gas.
That's right.
Thank
J
you,
and K
George Driver.
J and K Style Grill.
JK. I think I might eat there on Sunday when I get home because that'll be my last
Oh,
week.
Grindstone
Back to work.
Athletics,
Yes,
right?
that's our affiliate gym. Yep,
And
definitely.
Travis Lee Institute Incorporated.
Dr. Lee, always
Dr.
making
Lee.
sure I'm in tip
Yeah,
top
I'm just
form. Yeah, just go down it, bro. You got the list.
yeah.
I do, but
Uh,
like I have to come out of the video to grab it. And
no, I got you. I
the
got you.
support is so. I'm so grateful for the support. We got
And
to
you
make sure we're sitting right here with my buddy. Uh, well, do you want to go by Warren, Jit, or whatever? My buddy Warren is hosting me, in Miami. But damn,
okay?
where they sponsor me, so I flew into Miami. We right here together. He's
That's what's
going
up.
to the
That's what's
show
up.
with
Let
me.
the
He's over
people
there
of New
eating a
York see.
banana right now.
That's
Look,
what's
look.
up. What's good? What's
You know,
good? That's what's up.
so we just cool in the hotel until it's
Of
time to go to
course.
the show. I don't really. We're gonna go out and about, see, do a little bit of shopping, enjoy life a little bit, but still
You
business.
already
So,
know.
like I said, thank you for taking time to do an interview with me and all that. Assuring Construction, Nate Price, he's also a sponsor of mine.
Assured
Yeah,
Construction.
he's been really
OCD
good to me.
graphic. OCD
Yep.
graphic design.
Oh, nobody's even seen my new banner, yo. It's still in the wrapping.
Are you
Hasn't
kidding
even
me?
been unveiled yet. Yep.
Oh
Yeah, because
no.
that pulled out the last fight, so it's still been sitting in. No,
That's
it's not
right.
even been
Yeah,
unveiled.
that's right. And then Gordon Customs.
Yep. I'll be getting custom gear and definitely. If you
Yeah.
get Fight Hits MMA, Miss Nikki Booker, she still be promoting me all the way out in Iowa. So shout out to Miss
Well,
Nikki Booker, definitely.
that's what's up. Let them all. You know what I mean? And over here at Cap Combat Sports, Rob Vasquez. I'm gonna
Rob,
say it. I'm gonna say something in Spanish real quick.
your phone's is dying.
All right. All right. Aquí hoy tenemos a Reggie Barnett y una entrevista muy real. Y aquí para toda la gente de Nueva York y toda la gente del mundo, ahí está. Y ese va a ser el campeón mundial porque ya en su corazón lo tiene. That man right there, I'm gonna let it be known. You're already a champion.
Thank you, man.
You
I
got the
appreciate
heart
it.
of a fucking champion. You're like your mindset, it surpasses a lot of people your age. But I think that the fact that you being a hero and people looking at you, what you've overcome and where you are at now, don't let nothing stop you. Don't make no excuses. The only one
Never.
who can stop you from doing what you need to do is you. And just take a look at my friend Reggie Barnett, man. Let me tell you, one of the best stories. And I appreciate your time. God bless you all. All right. Stay up.
All right. Thank you so much,
One.
Robert. Shout out to Capcom. Thank you for
F
having me.
Combat Sports. And my wife Millie says hi too. And she's over there.
Word. What's up, Millie? Thank you.
he
You
said
guys
he
so
said,
much
what's
for
up,
having me
Millie?
on.
Yeah.
Yo,
Cause
as soon as you get this taken, send it to me. I want to get it out.
got you.
We want to post it. We got a brand new YouTube page. Oh yes, please go check out my brand new YouTube page. It's called Educated Hands. It's
Educated
on
hands.
YouTube. It's got all my past fights. It's got interviews. It's got inspirational content. It's
Got
got
you.
bare knuckle
I'm
training things.
I'm
It's
bringing it
got
up
my
right now.
easy fix.
I'm bringing it up right now. Educated hands.
Yeah. So
Educated
it's got my
hands.
easy fix up there.
Reggie Barnett. Okay. Okay. That's what's up. All right. So yeah, I have wow. I got you. And I'm gonna add you, and me and my wife have another page, but that's something different. All right. Bless up.
All right.
I'm gonna send this to you. All right. I'm gonna post it also,
All
but I'm
right. Thank
definitely
you,
gonna send
Robert.
it
You
to
have
you.
a blessed day.
You have a blessed day, man. I appreciate that, man. If you enjoyed the content, like, share, and subscribe. Any comments, put them below in the comments section, and any suggestions as well. Thank you. See you at the top.